Gen Con has always been one of the worst woke virtue signaling places on the planet. It used to be a convention aimed at gaming. You get to try out new board games, tabletop games, have fun with your friends. It was really a commerce-oriented convention. But it's gotten crazy over the last several years. It actually started with Mike Pence, believe it or not, because they were trying to go at him over his views on rehabilitating homosexuals out of their lifestyle. And so they threatened to leave Indiana because of it. And then the quartering incident happened where this trans activist actually threw a punch at him, and they banned the quartering rather than the guy who was actually doing this. A couple years ago, they actually banned a group called the Gaming Goat, which is a retailer and publisher of games, right before the event, just because there was some backlash about them having a frog in a picture as a rule book. Yes, memes are illegal at Gen Con. They've got me blocked, and it's just been a big virtue signal fest. Now, this year's gone even crazier. They have an awards called the Crit Awards for tabletop RPG folk, and it turns out it's just a big political virtue signal, and it's blown up in their faces because they went too far. They went crazy. They decided to virtue signal all the way, and in the name of inclusivity, they decided to exclude everybody. It's so funny watching this situation unfold. We're going to get to this just now. My name's John Delarose. I've been covering convention drama and all the crap they've been doing for a long, long time. If I ever get banned or anything like that, I'd like you to be on my newsletter just so we can stay in touch. I am a comic creator and book creator on top of all this. And, you can get some free books from me just for signing up. That link's in the description below. I've got a web store if you do want to support the channel, and a subscribe star. Would really appreciate you guys joining over there. Thanks so much. And make sure to, of course, hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. So Bowtied Gamer, who's a great reporter on Board Gamers on Twitter, brought this up, and he showed, this is amusing. The Crit Awards that was supposed to be holding an event at Gen Con had this bit of policy. And this caused a cluster for them. Inclusive doesn't mean anything anymore. So number one is no racism. We do not tolerate any form of racism, racial discrimination, or xenophobia. Treat all individuals with respect and fairness regardless of their race, ethnicity, or cultural background. No homophobia. We embrace diversity and do not condone any homophobic behavior or discrimination against individuals based on their sexual orientation or gender identity. No ableism. They're so insane. We are committed to being accessible and accommodating. This is your D&D wheelchair dungeon, I guess. To all individuals, avoid ableist attitudes and behaviors and strive to make the Crit Awards inclusive for people of all abilities. No sexism. Gender-based discrimination, stereotypes, or harassment will not be tolerated. We promote gender equality and a supportive environment for all genders. Individuals who identify as Zion. What? So, I guess this no racism. Wow. So Jewish people aren't allowed. This is wild. Now the left has gone crazy in their schism over the Israel-Palestine thing. Individuals who identify as Zionists, promote Zionist material, or engage in activities that without a doubt support Zionism are not eligible for nomination. That sounds like discrimination. And that's wild. Well, this created a complete shitstorm for this awards. They went online. People mocked it. The woke, of course, go into a battle with each other. They don't really care what we think, of course. We look at this and say, look, they've always had no morals whatsoever. Every time they've said they're inclusive and diverse, they only mean their one worldview. And they mean no diversity. They mean no differences. They mean exclusive. It's a complete lie using those words. Because normal people out there, in Gen Con, I've been to Gen Con. I'm your extreme right winger. They'd want me banned. I just played games and didn't bother anybody because that's what normal people do. They're there to play games. But these people are all just about politics. The politics trump everything. They want to sit there and with the quartering, I mean, his whole channel started because they wanted to ban him because they kind of comb through his social media. They want to just totally have no freedom for you. You have to be completely under their thumb, and that's it. Now, of course, this channel's not like a pro-Zionist channel or anything like that. But at the same time, I find it very, very funny that in their virtue signaling on inclusivity, they are excluding people just based on, identity. Really is what it comes down to. Now, because of this, there's been a crazy, crazy backlash, and it resulted in Gencon saying, hey, you can't have this event on site. We're going to open ourselves up to actual physical violence over this Israeli-Palestinian thing. We're a gaming convention. Now, that's weird because, again, Gencon loves to virtue signal. They're obsessed with it. Let me just show you a quick example of this year. Starting now, join Sarah Moore as she GMs a raucous, rollicking session of thirsty sword lesbians. What? What? Why? These people don't know how to RPG. It used to be about just killing orcs and stuff, but you can't do that anymore because the orcs are Mexicans. So it's like I don't know. You just have to do some weird interracial lesbian stuff. Oh, this is very weird. This is what Gen Con's all about these days. So you'd think they'd want a virtue signal, but this was just one step too far from them. And here it is. Due to recent events and the attention we have received, it is with a heavy heart and much disappointment that the Crit Awards will be unable to return to Gen Con for its 2024 event due to safety concerns. Yes, Gen Con yeeted them because it was going to cause violence, and pretty obviously so. With this said, we will be continuing forward with a virtual event, no Zionists allowed, as we evaluate, and we will be moving forward with the celebration of amazing creators, phenomenal community members in tabletop RPG space. Tickets purchased for Gen Con event will be refunded. We encourage any of our nominees who wish to remove their participation to please reach out. Yeah, you should definitely not associate with this group. I got to tell you, not a good thing. As we understand the situation may be mentally taxing, and difficult in ways that may be unexpected. Voting will remain open until July 7th. We would take a moment to reaffirm our stance that hate in any capacity will not be tolerated. Don't you literally hate people? Okay, gosh, they're always such projecting weirdos. We ask for patience as we come to terms with this situation. Want to thank our community for the outpouring of support and positivity. There you go. And then they reposted the whole deal here. Now, the Critical Bard, who's like a virtue signaling Twitch partner, who's a part of this whole deal. They works at Critical Role, of course. Actually now is canceling Gen Con because of this. While I respect the Crit Awards for taking the high road, this is a high road? You guys are insane. This is the guy from Critical Role, okay? Gen Con has forced the Crit Awards to withdraw because of their stance and posting about being anti-Zionist. Full stop. So yes, yeah, Gen Con's like, hey, we're not going to allow you to hate a group out of us. If they were anti Trump and Christian, it'd be totally fine. Gen Con would be welcoming them with open arms, by the way. But don't be anti-Jewish. No. As the host of the Crit Awards, I, of course, am privy to more information and have signed 0 contracts or NGAs. This is BS. Gen Con has chosen money over morals. Oh, no. Gen Con's getting canceled by Critical Role. There was absolutely nothing with the Crit Award stance wrong with this Crit Award stance. These people are insane. I stand by that. All Gen Con had to do was stand firm with the Crit Awards because of the backroom BS. But the Crit Awards have been given an ultimatum. Leave or we'll make you leave. F that. If you don't stand with Palestine and against Zionists, I'm good on you. Wow. These people, I love this. They say no hate is allowed at the Crit Awards, but this guy's clearly hateful. So is he going to get banned? Of course, no rules apply to SJWs that apply to normal people. It is all based on your identity and who you are rather than what actually you stand for, and that is the whole problem with SJWs, and that's why this is going to be a big mess for Gen Con, which I'm just going to laugh about because I love it when the woke just eat their own. This is my ultimatum. Gen Con, rescind your decision. Stand with the Crit Awards. Publicly state your stance against genocide and hate. If not, I'm out. This is hilarious. So we'll be covering this as the fallout for Gen Con continues. Couldn't happen to a nicer convention. I hope all these people, just go away because we need to just get back to gaming again. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.